Good morning. Welcome to Kamado Turk BBQ. Okay, we're here again and we're going to be doing a brisket. Look at the size of it. I'm not doing a pack of brisket. I'm not doing a massive 6 kg one. We're just going for a 2 kg brisket. The reason being is I've never done it before and I want to try it out, and I didn't want to go all out. Plus, I don't think I'm going to be able to eat all the 6 kg. Maybe I could. So we're going to try and go a bit traditional today. Usually for briskets you would have to cook low and slow, very, very long hours, maybe like minimum of 10 hours. And when we say low and slow, we're talking about temperatures that are around 120 degrees Celsius. And that's the whole point, is to really let the smoke in there, really let the heat gradually build up inside to an internal temperature of about 90, 95 degrees Celsius, so that the meat falls apart. And not only that, it has enough airflow through the barbecue so that there's a good enough smoke ring and tenderness and juiciness of the meat. But today what we're going to do is, because of the size of this meat, I'm going to do, again, probably a bit higher heat, so it's more of a hot, fast kind of cook, which would mean that I'm going to cook about 160, maybe 150 degrees Celsius internal temperature in the Kamado. And again, probably cook for about 6 to 8 hours to hit that internal temperature of 95 degrees. But before that, it's very important to take your meat out 1 hour before you're cooking, so that it gets to room temperature, and also it's a good time for you to start marinating meat. So before we go ahead, I don't actually need this knife, it's just a habit. I love holding knives in my hand. This has been trimmed off for me from my butcher. So again, this is just a trimmed off brisket. This section is actually I think it's the point, I'm not sure. But you know, if you were to get the full brisket, then you would actually tell a lot easier. But it seems like it's the same cut all across. So today what we're going to do is we're going to marinate it with salt, pepper, garlic, standard. But I'm going to add some cumin in there. Who knows? It might be good. But as a binding solution, we're going to use mustard. Okay. So get your hand in there. Just get it all across. Okay. And the reason why we do this is it just keeps that. It keeps all of those seasonings on the meat when you are seasoning, so it sticks it all together. It's called a binding solution. So people can use loads of different things. It could be Worcester sauce, it could be olive oil, so on. But for briskets, typically mustard. Alright, so what we're going to do is rest this for an hour, and meanwhile we'll get the Kamado going. Okay, so now we're going to get set up on the barbecue. First things first, I want to introduce the premium grade birchwood charcoal, lump charcoal that I use. It's from Baltic, which is a really nice brand. Local to the UK, and what they do best is that they have very good quality coal and also big chunks, and they don't actually they don't have a lot of ash that comes out the back of this. It's really good quality. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to show you how I set up the barbecue and how we're going to cook it today.
so now we're in a position where we want to put the meat onto the barbecue. So what we have here is a meter, thermometer. So these are all wireless, which is great. And you know, at that point, we don't need to constantly check because it actually works with the app on our phone. So what we want to do is stick this in the middle somewhere. So it's the thickest part of the meat. And obviously there's a section here where we can basically say, you know, the thermometer needs to go in at a certain level, at a certain point. So what we do is, I'm just going to try and pierce this somewhere in the middle. Okay. And what this meter does is, which is great, it's also got an ambient heat sensor, which means that not only it detects the internal temperature, but it also is able to give us a good reading of what the temperature is around the meat and inside the barbecue grill, which is what ambient heat is. Okay, so I've just put that in there. We're going to chuck this on the barbecue in a bit. Meter app has notified me that the internal temperature has hit 95 degrees and it's ready to rest my meat. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a thermometer, probe the meat. If it feels like butter, like a knife going through room temperature butter, and that means that we're ready to wrap it up and put it into the cooler. Okay. So go. Okay. We'll probably get a bit more moisture when we test the temperature here. We've got 95, 96, so we look good. Strap this up. So in the cooler, the next couple hours, it's going to actually get the meat to absorb back all the lost moisture. So this is a very important part of the cooking. Good. Alright, catch you in a couple of hours. Okay. So here we go. Moment of truth. Oh wow. That smells extremely good. Woohoo! Here we go. Oh, that smell is unreal. Cool. Now, so this is how the grain is going. So we want to cut against the grain. So here we go. Oh my God, guys. Check that out. Remember guys, it's shown as red, which is exactly what we wanted before. It's exactly what we want. Check that out. Very nice. Taste test. Oh, yeah. That's the one, guys. Yeah.